Okay, welcome back everyone, and we are doing Aqueduct Assault, last on the final gauntlet of the game. So once you make it past this stage, I would say you're in the clear, but you know, the rest of this world is still not very forgiving. Especially with stages like 6-5 and sometimes 6-7, 6-6. What do you know, I'm just going to list all of them that aren't 6-4. So, I'm actually going to be doing, just because I enjoy doing so, a lot of the tricks that you can do for the 100% route, just because they don't actually lose you any time. This stage is a pretty smooth stage. However, it has one terrible thing, and it is the worst checkpoint in this game. It also has the Diddy of Shame, so I will be sure to point out where they are and why I feel like they're absolutely terrible. But just like 6-1 and 6-2, this stage is over before you know it, so long as you manage to get all the tricks done. So, in this stage, the first checkpoint has a similar problem to the first checkpoint in Frantic Fields, where the first checkpoint is really, really far away from the beginning, and there are a lot of places where you can die in the beginning of this stage. You'll also notice that starting with Cranky Kong is your only opportunity to have a buddy until pretty much right before the checkpoint. There's no buddy barrels at the beginning, so you don't want to be practicing this stage in time attack, unfortunately. It just won't be the same. So what I like to do here is, like, after that first couple platforms, I like to jump as high as I can, because the next platform is triggered as soon as you land on it, and you want to be jumping over this gap that you would normally need a flower for. So you jump at the end of it, and you'll be just high enough to make it up here. Now if you want to get the K, and I normally wouldn't go over the hundo strats on this stage, but the quick way to get the K, Yak pointed it out, and he has an example video of that as well, is you want to bounce off the fat hoots and then just roll straight off of it, off the ledge. You want to be careful if you're doing this, though. It's kind of risky, so what I recommend if you're just trying to beat the stage is just jump over the hoots, pogo off the platform, make it onto the next ledge. Anything you can do. Don't worry about going for the K. It's not that big of a deal. You can just go straight like that into here. Because sometimes, if you try to roll after the bounce off the hoots, you'll bonk into the wall and fall to your death. It's a very bad thing. So, if you're not looking to practice hundo, don't worry about it. Just make sure you get past that hoots. You want to jump clear over him, bounce off the platform, and you'll be right in the barrel. No problem. For this section, roll straight through him, and then you want to do a hop over this dick poker here, and a full pogo off of here. And then my setup, so you don't have to worry about any having to slow down to pogo up to the next section, is with that full pogo that got me over this walnut, I'll be landing on another tuck, just do a neutral bop off of him, and then do a light pogo and a full pogo. So it's light pogo, full pogo, and that gets you up here really easily. There is a Papa Penguin coming up, just do a full pogo off of him, and then do a light pogo off of the Archie that's coming up. Now for the next section, there's another trick that you can do because you have Cranky. As you can see below me, there's a Diddy barrel. Finally, some kind of buddy in this stage. But this is the Diddy of Shame. A lot of the budding joke in the community is that the developers were like, "Oh man, we got to World 6 and we only made Diddy useful for one world. I think we're going to have to force Diddy on players somehow." So this barrel is a Diddy only barrel. Same thing happens in 3-3. So this is a pretty shameful barrel here. It's that you didn't have Cranky for whatever reason. It's slower and it doesn't allow you to do some tricks throughout the rest of the stage. It is there, however, so if you don't have any gong, take it. It sucks, but it's something you'll have to work on. Anyway, when you're up here, there's a tuck coming up. You want to roll through him, and as soon as you roll through him, jump. It's got to be a light jump, and then you want to pull it's a full pogo, and then pull your cane out early. So roll, light jump, full pogo, and that'll get you up here. The reason why you need to pull your cane out preemptively is because that hoots enemy, you'll pretty much crash into him otherwise. And then you do a full pogo off of him that lands you just on this platform right here. You can pogo like I did, but if you're not sure if you're going to make it or not, don't worry about it. Ledge hop will more than likely save you. So roll, jump, do a deep roll jump into the barrel. You want to hop here because it's faster than turning around, especially because you're on ice. So hop, turn around, roll straight up this hill. Pogo, pogo, roll. This is a scenario just like in Cramble, where you have to jump as you roll off the ledge. If you jump too late, you'll bonk into that wall. And it pretty much risks you dying, because if you don't react in time, you'll fall between the flower and the ice block. For this next section here, as soon as you get up on here, you're going to want to do a strong enough jump that you land on the penguin and bounce off of him. So roll, jump, bounce, roll, jump, and then after this platform, you're going to do a big roll jump over a gap. No, don't go deep, just roll jump over the gap. And then for the next one, after this one, after it's like underneath the G here, you're going to be rolling underneath the platform. Go deep, because if you jump too high, you'll bonk into the ceiling and then you'll fall straight down. Stage is almost done here. All you gotta do now is, if you have Cranky, congratulations, you don't have to ride the shameful Diddy Barrel Blast, basically. Because Dixie and Cranky, they can both make it up here. Diddy and Solo DK have to go underneath and ride the vines, or roll jump into the barrel all the way on the right. Quick hops, a roll jump, full pogo, gets you up here, and then nothing, it's just a ride down to the bottom. It's a very smooth stage to go through once you have all the tricks down, but you really cannot afford to die, and having Cranky at the beginning makes it much easier. So do stress and practice on making 6-1 and 6-2 happen for you and finishing them with Cranky. So lastly, I'll go in time attack, and I'm going to default the barrel to Cranky so that we at least have him, but essentially this is something that, like, when I first started running this game, the first thing I tried to do was trying to get shiny gold times in all of the stages on the 80% route, and you can do that. However, for some stages like this one, you want to make sure that you go back and practice the actual stage, and not time attack. Right hop, deep. You have to bounce here because you don't have Cranky. That's a pretty risky maneuver, but I like being able to do that. And unfortunately, you have to wait here because you're not able to bounce high enough without Cranky. There we go. Some of the most heroic music in this game. Just barely making that jump. Bounce, roll jump, big roll jump, underneath. Roll jump, pogo. Oh god! Pogo. Close one. Be very careful not to get underneath that by mistake. There we go. Well, there you have it. That is Aqueduct Assault, and hopefully with this out of the way, the remaining stages, although they are still dangerous, I feel have much more consistent tricks. You will struggle much less on being able to continue the rest of your run. I hope this guide helped you out. Next time we'll be doing the last auto-scroller, and I do want to point out that this is Donkey Kong Island. This is actually a parody world of Donkey Kong Country Returns, with each world resembling one of the... each stage resembles one of the worlds. So next time we'll be doing the Cave World, the auto-scroller. See you next time.